Yo, what's going on, everyone? What up, what up? It's your girl, Miss DJ Hoodie, getting at you guys with another... Oh, 10-10. 10-10.
Yeah, I see.
10-10.
Okay.
Up on panel before Rob just brutally interrupted.
I'm pretty sure you were like,
I said 10-10.
I know.
I'm just kidding. But yes, we have Just Rob on panel. Except, babe, no. That's a whole ass lie.
No.
Yes. Everybody's like, ooh, Just Rob. He's on tonight. Ooh, the black box. I'm so fucking psychotic that I get it tattooed on my body right in front of my mans. Mm-hmm. Who that? Who that? Mm-hmm.
Which one?
All the motherfuckers that know that bitch done seen it. Yeah, explain, ask questions. That's all I'm gonna say. Mm-hmm. Anyways, we got more demons to fucking get the fuck through. But how are you, babe?
Good, babe. Back in the desert.
Who, me? Yes.
Oh, yeah, you.
Yeah, you're not in the desert.
I'm reporting from the desert, it sounds like.
You're more like in the rainforest. You get a whole bunch of fucking rain in LA.
Yeah, we do.
What's that one song called? I was listening to it on the way home.
It never rains in Southern California?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
I was sad. I was sad driving home. I was lonely, watching the sunrise, all alone, just talking to myself, all alone. What movie is that from? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat if you know what movie that's from. It's an animation. Came out in the 90s. And Pauly Shore is in that movie. Well, he voiced. So put it in the chat if you know.
If anybody from California is going to Arizona, let me know.
Yeah, and don't be a psycho.
Yeah,
let's be clear.
Don't eat my guts, and don't let me open.
Don't peel my face off and wear it and disguise yourself as me.
Yeah, don't do that.
Oh my gosh, I saw this TikTok yesterday and it creeped me out, but there was like it showed two Asian women and one of their faces was swollen, and the next clip was of an Asian woman and it looked like she had stitches around her face, and people were like, oh, that's why little kids from that country are going missing, like they're, you know what I'm saying, like taking their faces off to look younger. But wasn't it like I don't know, I don't want to go back into my past, but there was a stupid shithead that said that that's why he likes Asian women, because they never age, but yet they're doing shit like this today. And people were like, oh, see, the movie Face Off wasn't fake or whatever, like it's actually happening. And it's like, I never seen the movie, but Face Off, yeah, you get the picture.
You never seen that movie? It's a pretty fucking awesome movie.
Is that with that Cage guy in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage. Is it me?
Wait. wait. Oh, what's the actor's name?
Oh no, here we go again.
What's his name? I missed it.
Nicolas Cage. Not to be confused with Nick Cannon. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
What was his name? I was laughing and I didn't hear it.
Nicolas Cage.
Nicholas.
Nicholas. I was gonna say, is it just me, or did Biden get some face features, some Botox or something?
He did?
He looks weird, doesn't he?
They all look weird.
Well, yeah, everybody looks weird now, but I don't know. It's been maybe like a year that his face looks weird.
I don't know. Well, didn't I mention it in one of our previous episodes recently that there was like a TikTok and somebody that used to work for, the government, brought in like a hidden camera to like one of the government facilities or something, and there was like a bunch of skin bodysuits. Yeah, I don't know. I not making this up. It was on TikTok. Don't come after me for that shit. But yeah, I don't know. That video of those Asian women, that was crazy. Like it looked like it. Like I'm not saying that that's what it is. It's just what it looks like. And people in the comments, they were saying the same thing. Like they were just like, holy shit, that does kind of look like a younger face in a mask, so I don't know. That's crazy. That's what the wrinkle creams are for. You know what I'm saying?
No, what are wrinkle creams?
Well, let's just say like it stimulates your face in a way that it kind of it rehydrates your face and it makes it a little puffy, not swollen, but like yeah, you put it all over your face or in certain areas.
Plumpers, right?
Yeah, like lip plumpers, but it's for your face. But like, oh my god, I don't even want to say that word because it's just it starts with an R, but I'm not gonna say it. Maybe I'll text it to you, but
Rolex?
Huh?
Rolex?
No.
Rolling in the deep. I'm just gonna start naming all our words.
Okay, it's a company. I haven't seen them make a commercial, or I haven't seen them make a product. But it's ROC.
Okay.
You remember that brand? I don't think they're out anymore. But yeah, like they were like a really huge brand. Maybe they moved from department stores from like Walmarts and stuff, and maybe they're just in like Dillard's or somewhere. But I haven't seen any on the shelf, and I haven't been to the mall in a long time, other than to eat. Just eat there and then leave.
Dillard's.
Dillard's. Yes. I mean, I don't know. Like that shit's crazy. I mean, there's a lot of videos floating around now, like conspiracies and stuff, where people are like rubbing their face, and then it's like a part of their mask, their whatever it's made from, is like going inside out and lifting and shit. So I don't know. But I don't want to talk about that because that's kind of not really the things that we talk about, other than fake people doing fake shit, wearing fake faces, and having fake personalities.
Speaking of fake people. Live.
What? What's
it's
that?
Live.
It's live. What, this show?
No, not this one. Well, yeah, this one too.
Oh, nuh-uh. Right now?
Yeah.
Right now? Oh, dude.
Yeah, no.
Dang it.
I know. It's okay then.
Yeah, it is. It's okay. And oh my god. Oof. Oof.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into what this episode is about. So, this is going to be an episode of spirituality, okay? And if it's not your thing, you know, it's fine, you know, just I don't know, maybe have a listen. Maybe you'll find some parts of it interesting, if not helpful, useful, maybe later on down the line, you never know. But I want to talk about these things because everybody is looking for their purpose. Like they're searching for what their purpose is, what they should be doing. And sometimes, you know, if you guys are like me, I struggle with modern life. You know, I'm trying to live a modern life. You know, I am more spiritual, but because I have modern day, you know, I live a modern life, I have modern responsibilities. But I'm here to teach you guys, tell you guys, you know, I want to make you guys aware of what's going on, because if you are one of those people that is searching, and you feel like you can't find it, chances are, or the most case, you are supposed to be more spiritual than you are modern. Because if you are struggling in modern to find your purpose, it's not a modern purpose. Okay? Your purpose is supposed to be spiritual. Whatever that means to you. I feel and believe that spirituality is not religious, because, you know, I'm not going to speak against nothing. I'll just leave it at that, okay? But spiritual things do intertwine with everything. Like I'm talking like nature, space, you know, everything, energy, human behavior, your thoughts, you know, your feelings, you know, you're able to manifest a lot of things. Okay, that's something else. What I'm trying to get at is, if you're trying to find your purpose, I would say you need to search things that are outside of modern, which is spiritual.
Have you ever done a show? Well, I think you have, right? On teaching people how to even recognize if they're spiritual or they have abilities. What the heck is happening? I can't talk. Talk. But
Talk.
Have you done a show?
Of course. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's there's many ways. It's not really just one way, because there are many people from around the world that have different gifts. So of course everybody's gonna vary. But I'm speaking to those that are like, oh my gosh, I want to know what my purpose is. I want to find my purpose and do my purpose, but it just don't work out for me. I'm lost. You know, I'm trapped. Then it's like, okay, well, you're only looking for a purpose in a modern world, when maybe you're supposed to search in spirituality, in the spiritual space. That's what I'm trying to get to. Okay, so with that being said, hopefully you guys are open, you know, at least a little bit, to hear something that I found tonight on TikTok. And I want you guys to listen. And, you know, I'm going to post a link in the description. That way you guys can watch the video yourself. I was going to put it onto the screen on this channel. But, yeah, I didn't want to start the cast too late. So I'm going to post it in the chat. But you guys are going to be able to hear it. And I'm going to mute our mics. That way you guys can hear it louder and clearer. Okay, so give me a second. And hopefully you'll be able to hear it too. Babe. Well, I sent it to you, right? Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, hold please. All right, you guys, listen up.
Hey, so today I experienced something that I've never experienced in my life before. Freaked me out, thought I was crazy. Still haven't processed it fully. So, as I do every week, twice a week, I make deliveries to the same guy. I've been doing it for 7 months. And it's the same guy every time I walk in. He's got a big garage with like a couple trucks in it. I walk in, I hand him his parts, we talk for a minute, I walk away. I go on my business. Today, I walked in, and he had his back to me, and he was working on his bench, and he must have heard me coming. I don't know, because I was actually pretty quiet, I thought, but when he turned around, I jumped and kind of grabbed my mouth like that because I didn't know what to think. And he laughed a little bit, and he called me jumpy. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm just not feeling very good. And I handed him his part, and I was like, hey, I got to go. The reason I reacted that way is because when I looked at him, he was different. He didn't look like the same guy I saw every other time. First thing I saw was he had no color in his eyes. They were completely black. Like black. Like you couldn't even see reflections. It was just a black mass. And for some reason his ears were kind of weird and they had like this little point like that. I don't know what that was. Excuse me. But then I was talking to my friend, and he sent me an article about them saying that a new disorder that's coming out where people are starting to see demon faces in people. And it got me thinking, if they're putting something like that out, could it be a disorder, or is it God is actually letting people see demons and they're just trying to make it look like we're crazy? I still can't process it. I can't. I don't know. And like ever since the eclipse, I find it funny. The clouds look different for some reason. I don't know what it is yet. I'm gonna figure that one out. But that could be just me being dumb. The other thing I saw, like I have perfect vision, so I don't know what I saw. If anybody else has ever seen this, can you please let me know, because I'm kind of weirded out right now. Anyway, God bless, love you, take care.
So, yeah. What did you think about that video, babe?
Well, I believe what he's saying is true. I believe that he did experience that. I don't know about the article. I would have to search it to see if it's a real thing. But I myself haven't experienced this, so I can't say that I've seen it in a physical way. I know I've seen it in a spiritual way, but well, at least not that I know of or that I remember. But I know that there's people that have, so I believe it. Like I said, I believe he had that experience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was there anything else you wanted to add?
you have to say, because I know you have stories.
That I do. Okay, so I believe what he says because I see it nearly every day, right? And let me tell you guys something. Because I said just now that I see it nearly every day, what I'm telling you, or what I'm going to tell you guys, what you guys should do, is definitely not what I'm doing. Okay? I know what my purpose is, right? But let me tell you guys something. If this happens to you, right, and you're stuck in that, I don't know what my purpose is, you know, like if you're one of those people, right, and you see this happening, you know, whether it be someone in your family, or, you know, someone that you go to school with, or someone that you're laying up with in the bed, you know, it doesn't matter, right? If you see these things happening in someone, maybe even someone that you don't know, like in my case, I don't know these shithead people that actually look like this, and even more, okay? Like this, I've seen more things in people, like, than just what he's seen. But if this happens to you, you know what you should do. If you really, really want to know your purpose, okay? You know what you're supposed to do? You are supposed to catch them. Yes, you're supposed to catch them. You're supposed to grab them. Sounds scary, right? But what will happen and what should happen is that, I say should because if finding your purpose is really that important, your instincts, your spiritual instincts will automatically kick in. Okay? And this is the part where I feel, in a way, because Rob and I say that social media, it is desensitizing us. Is that the right word? Is that how you say it?
Desensitizing, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's simple when you watch it on TikTok or when you're watching a movie, right? But when you're seeing it in front of you, and hopefully you just take this part of the episode and be like, you know, it's almost like your life is flashing before your eyes very, very quickly, very, very quickly. Of me saying, I'm not saying I'm your whole life, okay? It's just your body, your mind, what you're seeing, and your spiritual instincts will cut right to this part of the why run. For instance, okay? Not saying that it will, but you have to trust your spiritual instincts of what the fuck is happening and what you should be doing, right? So as you're seeing the person look scary as hell, right? Demon face and everything, black hole eyes, whatever. If you're really looking for your purpose, recognize what's happening and do your purpose. And your purpose is to catch them. That's what you're supposed to do. And, you know, a lot of people say that they believe in God, or, whatever belief that they have, right? Because spirituality, they know every belief, they know every language, they know everyone in the Bible, it's everywhere. So if you believe in where you come from, your background, every spiritual entity in your background, religion, they all know. They all know that if you were to say prayer, or say God, or say Masao, or Buddha, or, it's gonna understand you. It's gonna mock you. It's gonna laugh in your face. All of these things you already know. It's trying to scare you and intimidate you. But you're seeing something that needs to be caught. And it needs to be dealt with. And who's gonna do it? Because if you're gonna allow an entity take over somebody, or them showing themselves to you in their true form, you were chosen for a reason. Whether it be the devil or whether it be God, you were chosen for that very purpose. There was something in you that either God saw in you, or the devil saw in you, that wanted to scare you, wanted to take that part of you. You grab that motherfucker and you say prayer. Say your prayer. Say, God, wherever you come from, look it dead in the face. And I know some of you guys are probably like, oh, hell no. Or like, what the fuck? Like, when if that shit don't happen? Allow your spiritual instincts to take over. Because, okay, let's just say it was a mistake. Maybe as soon as you grab the person, their face comes back to normal. Okay, you partly did your job, because at that point you're like, oh, what the fuck? Was I just seeing stuff? No, you saw that. You saw it. I don't believe, like this man making shit up, right? Or anybody. So, all right, you grab the person and you're shaking them and you're saying a prayer or whatever, and they're just like, what the fuck? This guy is grabbing me. Okay, play it off. Play it off. The only thing that's real is what you saw and the prayer. That was true. That was a true, real prayer. Okay, again, play it off. Like, oh shit. I thought, you were gonna fall. Or, just make up something. Just be like, oh shit, I thought I was gonna fall. Like it's huh?
Tell them you saw a Pokemon and you try to catch it.
Right. Like, oh dude, I thought you were charging at me. But okay, so let's say their face gets back to normal. And okay, to me, once you grab them, it and you're allowing your spiritual healing, right? Like your spiritual purpose. It's going to be so, it's going to be felt. It's going to be felt by the negative, the demons. They're going to feel that. And as soon as you reach out to grab them, see, they're already out of that person because they don't want to be touched. But if the person that you grabbed is like, oh my God, you know, let's just hope that there's not a lawsuit. Let's just hope that the person don't call the cops like, oh, he grabbed me, you know, and sometimes, you know, if somebody came at me like that, I'd probably be like, what the fuck? But then if they say it like, oh, like I felt like something was inside you, like something negative. Of course, me having this podcast and talking to you guys about it and, you know, being a spiritual person myself, doesn't matter where that person would have came from. I'm open to it. Right? So I would be like, oh, okay, well, tell me about it. You know, a person that don't believe in anything, oh yeah, they'll turn into a whole ass Karen. They'll call the cops to get some money out of you. You know, but like I said, let's just hope that don't happen. But you can't deny that these things aren't happening. They are happening. And people that are trying to, you know, be on a spiritual journey, they're trying to find their purpose and, you know, blah, blah, blah. They're pretty much reaching at everything. And I don't really think that's right. You know, because I do believe that everyone is appointed certain things. So, you know, there's no way that I could do tarot cards. I can't do tarot readings or whatever. It's interesting, you know, to watch, and, you know, sometimes I get read, and, you know, it's, you know, I'm open to it, you know, and sometimes things don't make sense, but I would say like 90% of the time it's like it is accurate. But at the same time, you know, you kind of want to look at the science part of it. It's like everybody's going through the same shit, you know? So it's almost like, but when they go into specifics, it's like, holy shit, you know? But then it's like, oh, I do have a podcast. I do talk about everything. So maybe my tarot reader is like listening to my cast and being like, oh, you know, I'm going to scam this bitch. And, you know, like all of these things I do take into consideration. But there are some things that I know that I don't talk about that are brought up in the tarot.
Yep. I'm here. I'm here as proof.
Yes, babe. We found each other in the dumpster.
Yes, we did.
But, you know, I'm open to it. I'm not going to disrespect it. Like, you know, because tarot is a thing. Sometimes when, like, I do art shows from time to time, and at these art shows, sometimes I'll have like, you know, like a booth for children's face painting. At this other booth, you can paint on rocks. This other booth, you can, you know, whatever, a picture booth. But there are also like tarot reader booths. Or there's like a psychic booth. And I looked in, you know, because it is public, where the tarot reader was flipping cards, you know, pulling cards. Let me tell you, there are entities around the tarot cards. Not so much of the reader, but sometimes, you know, kind of like the Ouija board, spirits are drawn to those things. So of course spirits are going to be drawn to the tarot. So just keep that in mind. But because of that reason, I respect it, you know, because I see it. I see them. And, you know, again, if somebody were to be like, oh, like I felt something around you, and I look at these people, like, I know who's real and I know who's fake. I know who's pretty much on drugs and who is depressed. You know, like, it's you know, I still listen. because it's like, okay, I don't think you're fake, but I do feel like you have an ability, but I also know that you don't know that you have it. And if you do know that you have it, you don't know how to use it. You don't practice it. No one's ever taught you or talked to you about these things, but yet you felt the need to hug me. Okay, let's talk. Like, tell me what you're thinking. Like, tell me what you felt. Tell me what you saw. You know, it's
Don't
just...
let me catch you hugging my wife, though.
Shit, I might say the same thing about you. I better not see no bitch trying to hug up on you. Talking about, I see you on the mountain. Like, bitch.
But
Don't
it's my
even.
purpose, babe.
Oh my God, don't give me that. But, you know, it's I feel that if you're trying to find your purpose and you didn't find it, chances are you're looking in the wrong world. The modern world, you're probably never gonna find it. Never. And if you think you did, it was probably taken from you, because I'm that person over and over and over. It's been taken from me. And it's to the point where I have no more joys in the modern world. And the only thing that I have that doesn't stop, that keeps showing me things, you know, what needs to be done or whatever, is spirituality. The spiritual things that I see. I probably should answer, because I know someone out there is probably like, okay, you're telling us to do these things, but how come you don't do it? Well, for one, you gotta pay me for that shit. I'm gonna be straight up, because you don't know how many fucking times that I came across people that they were either, let's say, an alien, you know, a demon, a reptilian, like all of these things, right? Or maybe they're just like an infestation of mood swings, and each one of them fuckers has a name, living in one person, and they allow it. Why would I want to help that person when they're completely content with being this way? Now, I understand sometimes when there's like what do you call it, like a possession, right, where they are incapable of stopping, like they're unknowing, right? Every single one of those people, they do have something in their life that could get them out, because that is the very fucking reason why they are chosen by demons, by bad human behavior that actually took some kind of physical form, like an actual emotion. That's why. Because nobody's born with these things. Something has happened to them, like, you know, a trauma, or, you know, maybe they chose the wrong friends, or, you know, it's sadness, anger, you know, worrisome. That shit multiplies. Everything multiplies. Everything just keeps happening. And then they fall deeper and deeper and deeper in the hole. No one can pull them out, but you know what? It's not the person's fault that's trying to get them out. Because down at the bottom, in the hole that these people are sitting in, they don't trust nobody to get them out. We could be throwing down rope, Like, here, grab my hand. No, they're not going to do it. They don't trust us. That's why it pisses me off when people are like, oh, I'm just not this kind of person. Pfft, well, fucking get the fuck away from me then. I'm trying to help you, and you don't want me to help, so fucking stay there. I know what my purpose is, and I told Rob the same thing. I told him, this is how it's going to be. Do you want this life? And for him, he was like, well, I'm kind of already there. And it's like, yeah, we'll see. And sure enough, every single person has fallen. Every single person has fallen. Not giving him or showing him respect. They done ghosted him without giving him an explanation. You know, it's stupid. But that's how you know also. And there's plenty of fucking YouTubes and fucking TikTok videos where people are like, oh, if you can't have friends, or if people just don't like you, or if people are disappearing and you know, getting the fuck away from you, it's only because there's something special in you. Oh yeah, they saw something special in Rob. Rubbing their fucking nipples every time he gets on the fucking mic. Yeah. They wanted his ass. They're just mad because we started talking. And I believed in his abilities. They couldn't identify what was up with him, other than he has a nice voice. He's funny. He's witty. But I saw more in him. And it wasn't just a boyfriend, a husband. It was more than that. And people don't have to understand it. They don't have to. That just tells me that they're lost, that they have nothing else. They don't have any belief in anything. Why would I want to help them? I've tried. You know how many fucking episodes that I did trying to teach these people the same fucking things that I'm teaching right now? No. It was just a place for them to come and kick it and talk trash, support assholes. They weren't listening to my show. Yeah, they would comment, but they don't live that way. Yeah, they can agree, oh yeah, Audie, you're right. Oh yeah, you know, I totally get what you're saying, blah, blah, blah. No. They don't live that way. They don't live that way. When Rob was here in Arizona, we were doing deliveries and I bought a fucking audiobook and it was the funniest thing. We were listening to it. I didn't hear a goddamn fucking word that this bitch and that dude were saying. And it was a guy and a woman. They wrote a book, but they wanted to turn it into an audiobook. So he reads a passage, she reads a passage, and they go back and forth, and I'm like, babe, can you rewind it? I need to hear what the fuck this chapter. We didn't even get through. We probably only went through like a quarter of the first chapter. So he played it. Wait. Can you like slow it down? So that they're talking like this. For me to fucking understand what the hell they're saying. So he did it and I was like, okay, this is boring, yawn. And he's like, well, what don't you understand? And I said, I don't hear what they're saying. He's like, well, what do you hear? I hear their private parts. And if you guys have ever listened to previous YRun episodes where I talk about my purpose, my abilities, right? My abilities is to grab motherfuckers by the nuts. And that's how I read people. That's my purpose. It is. It sounds disgusting. But you really have to be a very special person for me to actually explain everything. But if you're just going to take it like, oh yeah, that's what Audie does. She's a fucking pervert. She's this and that. She's disgusting. Okay, whatever.
She don't want to see your prickly peen.
Oh my God,
She
right?
just doesn't have a choice. Yeah.
Yes.
And no, cologne and peroxide is not going to kill herpes.
Yes. But that's my abilities. And listening to that audiobook, man, that guy gets taken advantage of sexually and financially. I explained everything to Rob, and that fucking bitch that was reading her passages, she does not live what the fuck she wrote in that fucking book. She does not live that way. So how do you expect someone like me, right? I'm just saying, someone like me that knows her abilities, is fucking accurate and strong about it. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Do you know what the fuck you're talking about, Schmite? No, you don't. I don't hear you living a spiritual life. I hear you trying to make your ass clap. That's what I hear. See, so you have no spiritual right to be writing such book, teaching people, when, bitch, you don't even live by your own fucking book. You are not a spiritual healer. You're nothing spiritual. And that's like another thing. They were taking quotes and passages from many other spiritual spiritual leaders, religions, things from the Bible, and they, first of all, that's not your own. I can understand that, like someone speaking on what that passage or quote means to them, but to use those things and be like, this is how it is, and it's like, how the fuck would you know when you don't even do or follow what you're saying these things mean, to be saying it to other people? And you expect me to just be like, I'm going to turn my abilities off and I'm going to listen to this and I'm going to learn and I'm just going to follow this guy and I'm just going to follow this chick. I could not focus because people that speak on spiritual stuff, you gotta live that 100%. 100%. And see, this is why, okay, if you guys want to try and throw it back at me, I'll tell you. I'll give you the ammo. I'll give it to you. This is why I don't help people. I don't live a spiritual life 100%. I live more a modern life than I do a spiritual life. But I still see spiritual things as soon as I step out of my house. I do see reptilians. I do see aliens. Yes, they are creepy. But see, that's the modern side of me. Like, holy shit, there's a fucking alien over there. Never mind. I'll go to a different location. I'm gonna smooth do this left-hand hard turn with the quickness, son. I am not gonna be driving towards something that is a fucking threat to modern when I am living a modern life right this moment. That's why. I have responsibilities. I don't live a spiritual life 100%. So if I know that I'm not, that bitch should fucking know that she's not and shut her goddamn mouth. Don't be teaching people shit that you don't live every day. The fuck are you talking about? Because I didn't hear a goddamn thing about what that fucking audiobook was saying to me. I didn't hear. Rob could ask me right now what the fuck the book was about. No idea. And I own the book on audiobook. I want my credit back. I want it back, bitch. You don't live that way.
Yeah. Or is it like somebody calling themselves a saint and they're completely the opposite?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Like a motherfucker saying that he's a man of God, but yet he wants to fuck bitches in the ass.
Yeah, that's sodomy, bro. You need to calm down.
See, and people still support that motherfucker, so people want to wonder why I don't talk to them anymore. That's why. Man, fuck everybody. They're not worth helping anymore. They just agree. They just shake their head. They're just a bunch of yes men. That's it. It's like, show me. Show me that you're living your life better. Show me by walking away from these people. They cannot do it. They can't do it. I walked away. I know who these people that I loved and cared about still fucking with those assholes. I left. And I cared about these people. I loved these people. And Rob couldn't understand why. And I had to tell him over and over and over. Like, it's just sad. I have moments of missing them. But I look at what they're still doing. But they'll never leave. They won't leave them for me. And I'm a much more better person than those fuckers that they stay with. I'm the type of person where if you call, I'm running. Shit, but if they wanna stay with fucking, all the things that they called us, and they didn't even fucking take up for us or nothing, defend us, or, get their boy, like, hey, like, knock it off. Like, they couldn't even fucking say that. They couldn't say that. So, it's like, all right, well, you let that motherfucker come after me. I'm never gonna forget that. And I don't think you'll ever fucking make it right. And if you did try to make it right, I'd be so fucking surprised. But, yo, there's gonna be people in between. And they're gonna try to stop you from trying to make it right with me.
They can't make
and
it right. And
you gotta look at those people. Huh?
I said they can't make it right if they can't even accept what they've done.
Yeah. There's a particular order. And they can't do it. And I don't want to be telling them. Because I've already given it away. I've given away everything. I've taught people, like, hey, this is how you can find out your orb. This is how you can protect yourself. This is, when you see shit like this is what this means. And this is what you do about it. I've given everything. And maybe it means nothing to them because they don't believe in nothing. They believe in, their language, their region, where they come from. They probably know just a little bit of their culture, but not enough to follow the old ways or follow the ways that they probably should. They just play the part. Like Ramadan, right? People dress up for that shit. All day. All day as they're fasting, they're wearing the cloth. They're praying. They're speaking the language. And then when Ramadan's over, they go back to their shitty lives. Acting the same shitty ways. Oh yeah, that's where I'm from. No, you shouldn't claim that. You don't live that way. You don't live that way. You just did it for however days. Oh, well, we don't have to do it. Yeah, you don't have to, but maybe you should. Because it's going to direct you in a lot stronger, sustainable way. Whether it's your eating habits or whether it's your mindset. You keep your body clean. You're sleeping regularly. You're a lot more stronger. You're a lot more focused. No, but you want to go and be a whole asshole on TikTok, on a fucking podcast, in a video. You just want to flaunt your belief, your religion, the cloth, the jewelry, the shoes, the temples, the chapels, everything. Like, you just want to, for content, something for you to talk about. You should stay that way. You should always be that way. That shit is not temporary. That's not, you're making it like it's cosplay. And that's what all these motherfuckers do. That just shows they don't give a fuck about what their ancestors might be saying about them. Oh, well, those motherfuckers are dead. Psh, man, okay, if that's what you think. You gotta explain yourself when you're gone. And you're gonna explain to them. Well, I don't believe in anything. Then why do it? Why do it? Man, I could go into so much more other shit. See, everyone wants to do that, but find their purpose. And I'm telling you guys, if you guys cannot find your purpose in the modern world, bet your ass it's spiritual. We are all appointed certain things on this earth. Government, money, control, the lavish life, the flex. We were all fucking brainwashed. We were all redirected. And we were taught as children to forget our imaginations. That's why my purpose is to focus and heal the mind. Because the mind is the most powerful organ in your body. The most powerful. Your mind can heal your body. You just gotta be shown and told of what you have. But who's gonna believe me? Because drugs, therapy, and all of that shit is instant. People don't have the patience to exercise and focus on their minds. They roll with the easiest thing. And that's not right. People that are depressed, it's their mind. But see how powerful their mind is to keep their asses in depression. There's your fucking proof of how powerful the mind is. Try thinking a different way. Oh, well, I don't know what to think about. Okay? First of all, get out of this fucking house. Why don't you try combing your hair and see how you feel after that? Or maybe, instead of these white walls, okay, so we're taking it to a visual now of why people are in depression. Okay? If you're in depression, why don't you paint your walls a different color instead of it being white? Okay, you want to get a kid out of depression? Okay, son, daughter, What color do you want to paint your room? I want to paint it black. Okay, black it is. And you know what's going to happen? It's going to jolt them. When they see a black wall, they're going to find themselves uncomfortable. They're going to be scared to go into their bedroom. It's true. It is true. You want to know how I know that? Because I had 2 teenage clients. And they both did the same thing. They both wanted black walls. And they were scared to death to go into their bedroom. Because one of the things that these 2 kids have done was put a blanket over their window. It was pitch dark in there and they didn't want to be in there. And the only way they would be in there is if the blanket was off the window. And it's like, what are you scared of? So if you think that I unlocked a new fear, no. I got them where they need to be. They're thinking the opposite. They're thinking the opposite way. And their parents hits me up a few months later. And they were like, oh, well, my child wanted to repaint their room. Oh, yeah? Yeah, one of the kids painted his room like a blue color and then the other kid was like red. But they're more active now. And all it was the color of their walls and rearranging their furniture. They didn't buy new furniture. All they bought was the paint and they rearranged their room. No more blankets on the wall, on the windows. Rob says in the chat 111 or 111 1111 and I didn't choose a black cube, the black cube chose me. Yes, babe.
I have a couple people that you can work on.
I'm pretty sure I could.
I know you could. I'm kind of warming them up for you.
Who?
I said I'm kind of warming them up for you.
Oh, okay. I'm down.
Did one of my accents come out or what? Did you think I was talking to you in Spanish?
Yes. Oh my God. I was like, what?
Yeah.
It's all mindset. That's my purpose. And you know, it's everybody needs a different perspective because some people, they do fall into depression, you know, based on their surroundings. It's based upon the things that they see. But didn't you say that you listened to well, didn't you play it where the guy said anxiety it's just an alert?
Yeah, it's an alarm.
Yeah, there you go. You want to explain
like
that?
Like a smoke alarm. It's just letting you know that there's a fire. It's not, you're not supposed to focus on the alarm. You're supposed to look for the fire and put it out. It's a good book, actually. You guys should go read it or listen to it on Audible. It's called Building a Non-Anxious Life. It's fucking amazing, too.
Could you put that in the chat if you can?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, you guys, that's probably why you can't find your purpose, is because you're looking in the wrong world. Try looking in the spiritual side of it. And I'm pretty sure it will come to you very, very quick. But let me tell you something. Don't just adopt anything and everything. Because, like I said, tarot is appointed to someone. Okay, like the tarot chooses. You know, don't you know, there's a lot of people, you know, men and women on TikTok that make money flipping cards, you know, pulling cards. And you can tell it's a money grab. You can tell. You know, and the way that they get away with it is, you know, oh, you know, they're shuffling cards really, 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 really fast. And, you know, where cards are just flying out everywhere. And there are tarot readers that are like, hey, I've been doing this for 68 years and you're not supposed to flip the cards like that. Like, you're not supposed to do it aggressively, quickly. You know, you're supposed to do it elegantly. You know, you're supposed to allow the spirits to, you know, do their thing with the tarot, you know, things like that. But you just have these young ones that are just like, let me see if I can do it. I got my cards. See, they're just like, any of these cards that come out, it's for this person, and oh, I see that you're gonna go through a divorce and someone's cheating on you and la 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 la, and yeah, my Cash App is this and this. Now my cards are everywhere. But that's what they do, and it's just like, oh my god. Oh hi Mark. What up? How are you? Long time. It's been like what, a year? How are you? I hope you're doing good. But yeah, it at that point it's like, yeah, I kind of agree with the 60 something, maybe 90-year-old woman saying that, you know, you're not supposed to pull cards, you know, like you're, because half the deck is like is everywhere. But yeah, it is for the money, it is for the views, it is for the follows and the shares and, you know, all of that shit. And it's just like, man, like that's really bad, you know. In my opinion, you know, it's probably does resonate with someone, but I think it's probably like a bunch of things off. But yeah, don't go chasing after tarot just because you see one or two videos, and these same people that are pulling these cards in the way that they're doing, you know, and it's just sloppy, and they're like, they appear knowledgeable, but it's all for the money. And they're just like, oh, I'm having a tarot reading class and I can teach you guys how to pull cards. It's either that or, oh, I came out with my own tarot cards and you can purchase it on my TikTok shop. And it's like,
that right there is a sign that it's not a gift.
Exactly.
They're trying to sell you something. Anytime somebody wants you to pay for it, it's not a gift.
After I just said, yeah, you got to pay me. I know what the fuck I'm saying. And you know what? I say that because no one would come to me wanting help. So if you're going to pose like you want my help, yeah, I'm going to pose like I'm really going to help you. Because I know you coming to me, you're testing me. I know that much, and I'm not stupid. If you're going to test me, it's going to cost you. That's why I say that. See, I know these tricks of people. They're not real. They're not genuine. They don't really want to know or learn anything. They just want free information. Okay, and I'm telling you, if you see a fucking demon in somebody, grab their asses. Grab them. Don't be afraid of them. Grab them. Say what?
I said that literally, not grab their ass, literally.
Oh my
literally.
God. Literally.
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 Grab their shoulders. How about that one? Grab them by the shoulders. Don't grab their ass.
And let me tell you something. I think you were there when my dad told you, or all of us when we were sitting. Maybe not, I don't know. But my dad said that he had a dream that he was with my granddad, which is my mother's father. They were in the dream. They were in part of one of the buildings that we have, and my grandpa was walking ahead of my dad, and my dad was like, how come he's not looking at me or whatever, but my dad just kept following him, and my granddad just kept talking, pointing at stuff. And then so my granddad stopped, and then my dad stopped, and then my granddad turned around, and he was a negative entity. And he tried running, and then that's when my dad ran after him, and he caught him. And my dad said that when my dad had that dream, my granddad was really sick. I guess he was really, really sick. My dad had that dream, and in the dream, my dad caught him, and my dad told my mom his dream, and my dad said to my mom, saying, I feel like if I hadn't had caught him, he would have died. So another thing that I told Rob, in the many, many things that we talk about, me and Rob, we talk about a lot of shit. Things that are so podcast worthy. You would have to have like a mic on us all day, every day. We talk. Okay?
Some of our best podcasts have not been recorded yet.
Yes, that right there. But I told Rob that, oh fuck, I lost it. No, I lost it. Oh my gosh.
It's right there. I see it.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Say it for me.
Oh crap. No, you were talking about catching.
Oh fuck, it is right there. It's just right there. Oh my god.
Had he not caught him, he would have not survived.
It's not that.
I know what it's about, but I can't say it. Unaliving?
No, it's not that. Fuck, I lost it. It's right there.
I know, it's right on the tip of your tongue.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I fucking don't know. Damn.
We've had
it.
Good topics. We've had good talks. We talk about everything. That's what you were saying.
I know, but I lost it.
You and I talk about a lot of spiritual things.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of behaviors.
Yeah, it's gone. I lost
Is
it.
it?
Yes, I think so. Damn. I was on a roll.
Well, it started with depression, so does it have to do with that?
No.
Finding your purpose? Learning how to use it?
Sure.
Entities? They don't sound so disappointed.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Maybe they weren't supposed to hear it.
Yeah, maybe not yet.
But they're not ready.
Maybe. Okay, so we are about 1 hour and 15 minutes in. So, let's go into the last part of the episode.
I have a question about what you were talking about.
Okay, what?
Do you think that I'm gonna end up getting like you? In a way, like, right now, I do want to work on people, I do want to tell them, but I think I'm getting to the point where it's like, for what? So do you think that I'm gonna end up like that?
No. Because you have more patience than I do. People are drawn to you, they're not drawn to me. I actually scare people away. You do the complete opposite.
Okay, I have another question.
All right.
You remember the day that you were here and we went to go to Starbucks and we got there and it was just us? The last day that you were here, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And then all these people started showing up.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean that I'm stronger than you?
No. It means that you have to, well, you do understand that the majority of me living, right? I am most of the time closed.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm closed, then of course you're never closed. You're always open. So of course your light is going to bring people. So if I were completely open, there would be no one in that fucking drive-thru.
Because if you were open, then you're stronger than me.
Yes and no. It depends on how my mood is. Because if you and I are just open, no happy or angry, like we're just open, I think we would be bringing in people and leaving, people leaving. But I think, let's say that you're, okay, here's a perfect example. Your favorite place to eat is In-N-Out, right? My favorite places to be is Burger King and Starbucks. And if we were both at In-N-Out, okay, because it's more meaningful to you, your abilities will probably take over mine, because we're in a place that is normal for you. It makes you happy, right? But again, no feelings. Just that you're close, like that's your place. Kind of like your altar. Now, if I was at Burger King, and again, no feelings, I got my WAP, and because we're just there would be no one in there. Because that's just like my altar. But my abilities is pretty much clearing the room. No one would be there. It's like, even if we went to Burger King and it was packed in there, they would all leave. And again, no feelings. I'm not angry. I'm not even happy, that I'm having a WAP. It's just my presence. It's just my aura. It would clear the room. And I would feel like, oh, well, maybe it's lunch rush and everybody is just done with their lunch and they're leaving. See, I'm making excuses as to why people are leaving, but sometimes people, they don't even throw away their food, and then that's what pisses me. They don't clean their table. They just leave their garbage on the table, and I'm just like, damn, like they can't even fucking clean up after themselves. Then of course I'm gonna be mad. But
so what you're saying is, next time I want In-N-Out, I should send you by yourself. And I'll probably get my food faster.
See, that's what makes you see, you turn things around. For me, it's like, no, fuck it. If that's how it is, that's how it is. I'm out. Peace. I don't care. I don't want it. I'm not hungry anymore. See, like, that's, for me, like, that is my reaction. Like, it's just like, no, like, fuck that. I don't even want it anymore. And some people may say that it's shitty, but that just comes from people that don't understand my abilities. They don't understand the modern parts that's going on and what that means spiritually. Two different things, but they're happening at the same time. So what modern person is gonna understand that and explain it to me? That's why when you told me, you're like, oh, well, I think you're just protected. And I'm like, what do you mean? And you were like, I think that's God's way of protecting you, is getting these shitheads away from you, because everybody's a shithead.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
Yeah.
Because no one has, again, I did not learn these things. I was born with it. I had no one to guide me and tell me. I just thought I was a shit person. But I believe in Rob. I believe that Rob does not make up shit. He tells it like it is. He tells the truth, and he's honest. He's that's just his way of looking out for me. I don't take offense to it. Yeah, there's some things that he tells me that I don't like, but it's that discipline that I need. And discipline is more important than anything else. Because who else is going to give me the time to tell me that and be honest with me? See, when I tell people stuff, they don't like it. They just don't like how I'm saying it. So I'm pretty sure if you've made it to this point in this episode without turning it off and hearing how I present the message, you're actually doing something so strong that no one else that knows me, that should know me personally, they cannot take it. They're just mad because of how I sound delivering the message. But what's more important, the volume and the way that I say the message, or is it the message? And the correct answer should be the message. Don't fucking pay attention to the fuck shit, the cursing, the volume, and the don't. You're paying attention to the wrong things. It's what I'm saying to you. That's what you should be taking. And you are a strong person if you made it to this point in this episode without cutting it off. That means you can take discipline. Now follow it. You have it. If you can take discipline, like how I'm giving it to you guys, and you're listening to the message and everything's making sense to you, because only you're going to know that. Only you. You can take anything that happens to you spiritually, and seeing a demon in somebody is one of them. Because what the fuck did I tell you guys to do? Grab that motherfucker and pray. Yes, get that demon out of them. And love that person. Because, again, it was either God or it was the devil that wanted that person. And God chose you. Don't let that motherfucker get away, because God appointed that to you. Appointed that duty to you. Do not let him down. That's your purpose. Now do it. If you watch scary movies, and scary movies, they're fucking brutal these days, man. Everything looks fucking real. Everything looks real. So when you see it right in front of you, it shouldn't do anything to you. Especially if you are going to allow your spiritual instincts to take over. Seeing that should not scare you. Yeah, it may jolt you a little bit. It may be like, oh shit, what the fuck? Grab them. And say a prayer. Now, some of you guys may feel like you don't know how to pray. Call upon God. Whatever you believe in, whomever you believe in, to guide you Ask for their help, and it will come.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know that dog that I scared, right?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't like me? Okay. I don't know what it is that I don't want to be around that dog. I don't know. I'm not scared of it, per se, but there's something about that dog that I feel like he's going to bite me. And I feel like he's going to bite me because I scared him. And I'm not supposed to be able to creep up on the dog. I did it twice. So I feel like this dog is, he's out to prove something. So the other day I had to go get a package, right? And he was out there. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going out there because he's there. And it wasn't because I was scared. It was just like, I don't want to get bit today. I don't want to get bit today. So I was like, okay. And then I came back inside because I was already headed out there to go get the package. And then, so I came back inside, and of course I started talking to myself, and I was like, how are you going to let a dog scare you inside the house? How are you going to let a dog keep you from your package? Like, I was talking to myself, and I was like, how am I supposed to fight demons and fight spiritual wars and all these things when I can't get past the dog? So I was like, come on, you got this. You can go back out there and go get your package. You know, if the dog bites you, well, he bites you. You know, you'll deal with it when it comes. So I did say a little prayer, and I went outside. And then as I was going outside, knowing that I was going to confront this dog, I went out there ready for it, right? I went out there. I went all the way to the front. I opened the gate. I went and I got my package, came back out. I was walking back into my house, and then I realized that the dog's owner had gotten home and put the dog back inside. So it was almost like I was psyching myself out for no reason, and it was almost like God intervened. Like, I don't know that the dog's owner was supposed to be there at that time or not. I don't know why my package usually comes earlier, and this time it got here late. I don't know what that was about. And I think, in a way, I think it was God wanting me to put myself in his hands. And that was him showing me that no matter what is in front of me, he's behind me. And he's always going to walk me through stuff. Again, I don't know what I don't want to say it's a fear, because I don't think I'm scared of that dog. But there's something about that dog that I don't like and that he doesn't like. The dog doesn't like me for some reason. So, I don't know, but I just felt like it was more of a spiritual thing that day. And I guess I didn't even think about it until right now. When you were talking about pray about it and put yourself in God's hands or your Creator's hands and just go with it. Do what you're supposed to do. He'll see you through.
Yeah, when it comes to things like that, I I take pain very well. Situations like that, like I just go and do it. Like if it's like I do deliveries, and I never know what's behind the gate. You know what I'm saying? So like, it may say like beware of dog or whatever. Of course I'm gonna be like, not like a stupid ass and be like, oh fuck that. It's just like, okay, like if anything happens, then like when someone tells you, okay, go ahead and come through the gate, and it's like, yeah, but there's a sign. But for me it's like, okay, well, if anything happens, I have proof that they told me to come in through the gate. So, I'm kind of looking at this like, yeah, in a modern, but spiritual. It's like, I know what I'm willing to risk. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm carelessly doing stuff. It's just, you just go and do it, and then you just come back out. You know, like and I know some people, they're more their fears. You know, it's that's the part where I'm always telling people, you gotta know what you're willing to put up with and what you're not. You know, like you gotta know your boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Because people, they just think, oh, nothing's gonna happen to me. But then you have people that are just like, oh, I'm scared to do anything. You know, and those are the people that, you know, have anxiety and, you know, all of those other things. And it's like, no, like you're that's coming from somewhere, you know, but it's just, they're scared to take any chances. And then there's somebody that is willing to risk everything in a stupid way. So it is both pointless.
I am cautious because I have gotten bit by dogs, but they were
Same
Chihuahuas,
here.
so they were smaller. And this one's bigger, so I was like, man, do I really want to go through this right now? Like, I don't have a right to the hospital. If anything happens, I'm going to have to kill a dog, and I don't want to do that. So I was like, let me just pray about it first. But, yeah.
Yeah, for me, when this is probably really bad, but like, yeah, when I got bit in the face by a dog, I felt like going after that dog, like, fucker, you better do it again. Like, it's almost like I go back for more. Like, I don't know. Like, to me, it's like, you know, yeah, do it again and so we'll see what happens. You know, it's, I don't know where that comes from, but I do feel like I want to challenge, you know, anything that hurts me. And that's probably why I don't feel like I could take pain. Because it's just like, oh, fuck. Do it again. Motherfucker. You know, like, it's almost like I call it to me. It's almost like when I do, if you guys ever listen to the re-up, you know, I do deliveries on that podcast. But it's like when someone ticks me off on the road, whether they cut me off, it's just like I kind of go after them. Like, I'm kind of, you know, and that is a modern thing to do. I'm not saying that it's the thing that you should do, but that's what gets all of us. You know, like I am guilty of that. But it's like, if you're going to challenge me, I accept the challenge because, like, as a driver, I pretty much know the laws on the road. Probably more than someone that just has a big old truck and they're driving it from A to B, you know, to their job and back, thinking that they're the shit. But it's like, dude, like, you don't know the laws in Arizona. You don't know the laws in New Mexico. I'm not gonna claim California yet. I'm just barely getting used to it, but I do know the highway laws of both states. So for me, that is a one-up because I know what you can be doing and what you shouldn't be doing on the road. I'm not excusing it, but I will challenge that person and I'm going to show you that I'm fucking right, that what you did, you should not be doing at all. Yes, it is dangerous. That's why I'm trying to tone it the fuck down by turning on the cast and shouting. If you're not going to let me drive the way that I want to drive, you got to let me at least fucking rant into the mic. That's all I'm going to say about that.
You can do it as long as I'm not in the car or I know what's happening.
Yeah. He grabs at every handle he can put his hands on.
You know what really kind of does scare me, and I'm sure you're probably gonna get mad at me, but
what?
You hit them curves.
Oh my God, that was like one curve.
No, but have you seen your rims?
They're fine.
They're all chipped and shit.
You know what? I highly doubt that was me, honestly, because of how much I told you the problems were with that car.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
I'm not gonna take that. I mean, I'll take all the other things, but no.
Okay.
If it happened on the back right rim, yeah, that was me. But if you're talking about how my other rims are, boy.
Oh, I see those curbs really, really close sometimes. And I'm like,
Oh my god. That's just one curve. That's just one curve, people. He's tripping.
Yeah, that one was pretty hard. If you start noticing your car wobbling, then you need to get that tire changed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are in 1 hour and 35 minutes. And so we're gonna get to the last part of this episode. And that is what is it? Oh, pinpoint flares in your house. So, babe, I forgot to tell you, but my parents forgot to tell me that they smoked a house the other night and it flamed in 3 places.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it flamed in my office. It flamed in the laundry room. And it flamed in my closet. In the bedroom.
Huh. All the places that I've been. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So, what you trying to do, babe?
So what does that mean, first of all?
Mm-hmm.
What does it mean when it flares up?
Okay.
Teach me.
So, in my culture, we burn cedar. And when you burn cedar, it is a thick smoke. Okay? And we take the cedar, the burning cedar, and we blow at it all over the house. If it flames, like if it goes like that, it means that something negative is right there. And when it flames, the flame takes that negative energy. So it's like it's a trap. Like the flame trapped it. It took it. And it takes it out of your house. So it flamed in my office, in here, the room that I'm in right now, and the laundry room, and in my bedroom closet. And it always flames in my closet. So I'm actually thinking about taking out everything that's in my closet. So something's in there. Yeah, and I'm gonna go through my laundry room, and I know there's things in my fucking office. Like, I know there's things in my office, and I know there's things in my closet. But the laundry room, I'm kind of sus about that. But I'm gonna see what it is, and yeah, get it the hell out. So, huh?
I said, yep. That's where I hear, usually, like, at night, that's where I hear footsteps.
Yeah, I was telling Rob that those were residual, and part of it is, sometimes I hear my dog walking around in my house in the middle of the night. Sometimes I smell her, like, I know, Rob, you smelled it once, right? A couple times?
Yeah, once.
Yeah, so, my dog, Dala, she passed away already. Her way of letting us know that bad things are coming, you'll actually smell her urine in the house. I told my parents and I told Rob, I was like, well, maybe it's just the odor coming up from the carpet because we have the heater on in the house. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I'm trying to look at the things that happen in a modern way and a spiritual way. Almost like a scientific explanation to a spiritual explanation. So I'm thinking like, oh yeah, maybe it's something, something bad's gonna happen. And let me tell you, it's always true. Every time I smell her urine, something happens. Whether I'm overdrawn in my bank account or you get a chip in your windshield, things like that. Like it's just it's just like smelling her urine is like a heads up. Like, hey, something's gonna happen. Pay attention. And we've had the heater on since I got back because it's just been cold. Yeah, I don't smell urine. And my mom, she gets really cold at night, so we have to have the heater on, and you don't smell it. But see, all those other times that we smelled it, something shitty happens. So I respect it. I do look for the science, the modern ways of why maybe we're smelling it. Maybe it's the heater is just full blast. Maybe it's higher than it was before. But we still keep our eyes and ears open. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to diss what my dog is trying to tell me from the other side. And that's just her way. That's just her way of letting me know. Yeah, it's not a pretty smell, but it is. That's just her way. Just like how we have our ways of our own abilities. So, I want to teach you guys something, like I want you guys to leave with some kind of, information. Let me tell you, if you feel a negative presence, whether you feel it or if you do the cedar, and I think you have to be experienced to do the cedar flame, because the fire and the smoke does get out of hand. I recommend you guys don't do that if you live in an apartment complex, because you're gonna set off alarms throughout your whole fucking building. But if you feel a negative presence, move things around, because you've let things stay as they are for so many months, maybe years, that they've grown comfortable being where they're at and not leaving. So I would say move things around. I would say that if you are a plant lover, do not put plants, the things that you love, flowers, plants, do not put them in those areas, because you don't know the type of entity that is there. Because some entities, well, most entities, they will kill your plants because they're there to take life. So I would say don't do that. But what you can do is put fake plants, fake roses, flowers, or, something positive. Another thing that you can do, even though it is very much discouraged by other religions, they don't want you to use stones. Okay? And stones can be bad if they are used by a negative person. Okay, does not mean that the stones itself are mean and negative. It's just the people that own them, it could be bad. But if you are a genuine nice person, you want peace in your life, you don't cause nobody problems, you don't stalk and harass people, then yes, use stones, put stones in those areas. But there is a process, with water, filtered water, and maybe we'll get into that in another episode. But what the stone will do, it'll purify the area, and they will be trapped in those stones, the negative energies. That's why there is a process to using certain kinds of stones and cleansing them. Incense, candles, because of the flame, because the flame is gonna take them. That's the thing. They're afraid of flame. There's a whole bunch of other things, but yeah, like I want you guys to be left with something. And be positive, be strong, don't be scared, don't be afraid. If you guys hear a noise or anything, that's just the entities letting you know that they're there. Not all of them that make sounds are scary or mean. Sometimes it's just like, hey, I'm here, and it could just be a normal entity. But is there anything else you want to add, babe?
Were you done talking about the flare-up? The flare in the house?
Yes.
Okay. No, I made a joke, but do you really think it has anything to do with me?
It could be, but I think not in the way that you think. Okay, for instance, you know how when you say that, like when you're doing chores, for instance,
yeah,
you know how your mind is going?
Yeah.
You probably left those thoughts in the laundry.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say you were thinking about your family or maybe just shitty people, right? As you're doing laundry.
Yeah.
It probably just stayed there. That's what I think. If I were to blame anything on you, I think I just blame you for the laundry room. I know there's things in my closet and I know there's things in my office, so I'm not gonna blame you for those things. But the laundry room, there's nothing in there. It's just the pantry, the washer and dryer, our detergents, dirty towels, and just our snacks. But we don't use like very strong detergents or like cleaning materials to make the flame go, because again, it's one of those modern things. When it's like if you blow fire or smoke to a gas tank, it's gonna go. So for me, that's why it's like, okay, there's nothing in there that would make it do that. We don't use harsh chemicals or everything's flammable, but we're not blowing the smoke at the bottle of Pine Sol. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I'm just going to take it into consideration that it could be that, but all the years that we've been here, like it's never done that. Only when I've had that dream of, someone that we used to respect come out and be like a whole ass horn dog towards me. But in my dream, or no, there was two dreams. It was that dream, but we were coming out of the laundry room, and then the other dream that I had, I was coming out of the pantry. So that was weird. And when my dad smoked the house, it flamed those both times. So I think it's just where your mind was at when you were doing laundry. That's what I think.
Okay.
But if you want to talk about it, if you want to debate, or if you want to say that you don't think it's that, or, oh, I wasn't thinking anything, then okay, well, I got some work to do then.
No, I don't want to debate it. I mean...
Well, you know what I mean. Like, if you're going to say, like, no, I wasn't thinking anything, or, like, this was actually what I was thinking. Like, I was thinking about, like, how I was going to, on your birthday...
I was gonna soil your clothes. Maybe. You never know. Maybe I saw a stain on your clothes and I was like, I remember that.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's not bad, is it? Would that cause a flare-up? Because if that's the case, then you need to check your closet too.
You make the in between my legs flare up.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
The whole house is gonna be on fire.
What did you say about my house?
I said the whole house is gonna be on fire.
Yeah, maybe. I know my bedroom for sure.
Yeah.
It may be the couch.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. the shed.
He said the shit. The back seat of my car, since I got tints now. Hell yeah. Black leather is hot too. Slip and slide. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, anyway. But is there anything you want to add?
No.
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 All right. Well, I hope you guys learned something, and don't give up on trying to find your purpose. And there's other ways that you can find your purpose, and we'll get into those in further episodes. But hopefully you guys had some takeaways with this. And thank you, babe, so much for joining me on panel tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Always, baby. And you guys don't forget to add, rate, comment, subscribe, follow, and share. And then we will get back to you guys in the next One Podcast episode.